Hello, everybody. We are live today doing some Action PC baseball as we're back to the 1977 season. And today we have the Boston Red Sox going into Cleveland to take on the Indians. The Red Sox not doing well this season in 1977. We are 1-3 right now. We had a home set against Cleveland that we split, and then we lost a couple of games to the Chicago White Sox on the road. And so today we are in Cleveland. I just want to take a quick listen here. Okay, so hopefully the audio sounds good. I know it's opening day for the Sox here in Boston as they look to rebound from a tough start here in 2019. But today we're going back in time. I have my road jersey on today and hopefully my hat. Yeah, I got my 77 hat on as we get a little fancy today for our game. So it's Cleveland taking on Boston 1977. As you do know, I did add Reggie Jackson to the Red Sox here in my What If playthrough. We traded him for Bernie Cabo. So Bernie Cabo's on the Yankees, and right now Jackson is on the Red Sox. And so let's kick things off here as we got Boston in Cleveland here at Cleveland Stadium, and tried to get a good picture of the stadium here. I just set this up, so we'll see how this goes. So it's going to be Garland on the mound for the Indians, and it's going to be... Oh, hi, Robbie. Thanks for coming in, and Sports Time Machine. Hopefully things sound good. I got a little different setup today. I tried to manipulate some things. I'm still tweaking the baseball. The hockey I get down, the baseball I'm still tweaking. But anyway, here we go. Let's kick things off. Burleson's going to swing away here in the first. And a little ground ball to shortstop, Duffy over to first base, and that's going to take care of Burleson. So one away. Now it's up to Rick Miller. Miller is playing center field today for the Sox. Garland delivers. Miller ground ball the first. Thornton's going to take it himself, and Miller will be out. So two quick outs here, and the Red Sox have not been playing well here in my 77 playthrough. And I just want to say I am filling in for Uncle Ron today, who's under the weather. So anybody that's normally tuning in at noon, I kind of said I would be the backup today for Ron and broadcast a game, maybe two, depending how quick they go. So if you usually tune in to Uncle Ron's Tuesday afternoon baseball, well, today I'm kind of filling in. I'm pinch hitting, so to speak, for Uncle Ron, who's under the weather. So anyway, that is Retro Sports Network, by the way. All right, so my phone's going off tonight. It's hockey night tonight, and everyone's canceling on me. Not a story. But anyway, so two away, and it's Reggie Jackson making his debut for the Red Sox in Cleveland anyway. And he's getting a round of boos as he comes to the plate. But anyway, Jackson, ground ball up the middle, Quipper with it, and over to first base, and it's 1-2-3
Pitching
for the
Boston,
Sox.
Luis Tiant.
So Louis Tiant is pitching for the Red Sox in this one, and it's going to be Rick Manning, the center fielder, up, kicking things off for the Indians. Hit out to right center field. Miller back, and Miller will haul that one in for the out. This is a big stadium here in Cleveland as I look at it. It's the old Cleveland Stadium back in the 70s. Now it's Kipper up now. I never could figure out how to say this guy's name, but Dwayne Kipper or Quipper, but we'll call him Kipper. Tiant delivers. Kipper, ground ball back to Tiant, snags it, sends it over to the boomer, George Scott at first base. And he's got the out. Al, Red Sox fan in. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm pinch hitting for Uncle Ron today, who's under the weather. Does Reggie get to wear 44? I haven't given anybody numbers yet. I haven't gone that deep into the baseball game. The hockey in my 74 playthrough, yes, everybody has a number in the entire league. I went crazy with my broadcast there, okay? Baseball, I'm still feeling this out, so I haven't done any numbers yet. But I probably will get to that at some point. And let's see, who's up now? Norris is up with two away here. Tiant's going to deliver. Towering fly ball down the left field line. Yaz going back, and Yaz will make the catch in the corner. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tiant and the Sox. After one, no score. And again, everybody that's in the chat today, make sure you check out all these great channels. You know, Robbie Wapper's doing some great things. Sports Time Machine, always. And, of course, you know, Al, Red Sox fan. You know, some great broadcasts, whether it's Cards and Dice or sports games or even Borderlands. And Al, I need to get that Borderlands. I played Borderlands 2 I played through that 5 times, maybe 6. And I played it by myself. I played with friends. Borderlands 2 was so good. And I do want to check out the remaster of 1 because I have not played through 1 yet. Okay, so here we go. And hopefully the audio sounds good. If I tried to crank up the baseball sound a little bit because in my first broadcast you couldn't really hear the bats. So if the let me know how the audio mix is. So Fisk up now, kicking off the second inning. Carlton Fisk gonna hit this one up in the center field. Manning underneath it, and he makes the catch. So 4 up, 4 down for Garland and the Indians. Here we go now. It's Yaz at the plate. I can never figure out why this is spelled wrong right here. It's spelled right everywhere else, so I don't know if they kind of abbreviated or what, but it's not spelled right there. So Garland delivers to Yaz. Little nubber down the third base side. Poor play by Melton to throw to first, and he's safe. Melton bobbled the ball down there at third base, and Yaz, not really known for his speed, but he gutted that one out. So Sox got a runner on the error. I'm not sure if they're going to consider that a hit or not. We'll find out. So George Scott, the boomer, up now. Garland fires. And hit by the pitch. You know, George Scott has been hit probably by 3 or 4 pitches already in this season. We've only played 4 games. He seems to get hit all the time. So he must not be a league favorite around the American League. Dewey Evans up now with 2 on and 1 away. Here's the pitch. Evans going to slap this one into right field. Do we send Yaz home? Yeah, let's give it a try here. Don Zimmer's going to send Yaz around third base. And we're going to send Scott to third just for a distraction. The throw to the plate, and Yaz is safe at the plate. Foss dropped the ball. Evans is going to go to second base on the play. And George Scott comes in to score too on the error. So a good aggressive base running decision by Zimmer, sending Yaz home. And on the error by the catcher, George Scott comes home. Evans at second base, and so we got 2-0 lead now in Cleveland, and still 1 away. Now here's the third baseman, Butch Hobson now. Hobson going to slap this one high into right field. Going back is Norris, and he'll make the catch. Evan tags and goes to third. So man on third base now for Doyle with 2 away. Garland fires to Doyle. Doyle ground ball to second. Kipper with it over to Thornton, and that retired aside. And Denny Doyle he's been awesome in the field for me this year, but he has been terrible at the plate. I don't think he's got a hit all season. And yes, I did add Fidrich to the team too. Mark Fidrich is one of my starters. He's got our only win, matter of fact. Mark Fidrich has our only win. We are 1-3 right now. So after 1.5, 2-0 Sox, we take a look at that. Now, Yaz singled. George Scott hit by that pitch, and they would both come around to score on the single by Evans and the error. And that's how we got our 2 runs. So right now it's Rico Cardi, the DH. Tiant fires in. Slaps this one over the head of Doyle, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Leadoff man is on for the Indians. Andy Thornton right now steps up to the plate. He's going to hit this one into left. Yaz going back. This has a chance. This goes way back. See ya. Bye-bye. And just like that, the Indians have tied this one up. It's a 2-run shot. 329 feet for Andy on that one. So Tiant gives up the big ball, and that 2-0 lead goes bye-bye. Now Melton hits this one high in the air. Doyle underneath it at second base on the Major League pop-out, and is finally 1 away. Buddy Bell, one of the greatest names in baseball. Love Buddy Bell. Pitch by Tiant. Bell's going to hit this one over to second base, and over the head of Doyle. Miller comes in to cut it off, so that's another hit here in the second inning. Tiant getting racked a little bit. Foss up now. Ray Foss, the catcher, and he slams it down to third base. Hobson snags that one for out number 2. Duffy at the plate with 2 away. Man on first. Tiant delivers this one, and he struck him out. So Tiant gets out of the inning, but not before damage is done. 2-run home run by the Indians ties this one up at 2-2. Burleson's 0 for 1. And make that 0 for 2. Strike 3. And Burleson not having a very good year as well. Rick Miller up now. Rick Miller's been my most consistent guy next to Reggie Jackson. He's drawn a lot of walks this year. Garland fires to Miller. Miller, strike 3. 2 down here for the Sox in the third. And Reggie Jackson coming up. He grounded to second in the first. So here is Reggie Vision. Garland, the pitch to Jackson. Jackson hits this one towards second, picked up by Kipper. And that will be the end of the Boston third. So no runs, no hits, no nothing on that one. And we go to the bottom of the third. We're tied at 2 here in Cleveland. And just checking out our chat. Hey, Dale. Thanks for coming in here. I'm kind of filling in for Uncle Ron today, who's under the weather. His game was actually rained out. And hopefully the camera looks better. I'm trying to get the glare off the glasses. Let me know how everything looks. It's a different setup. If there's anything I need tweaking, just let me know. But anyway, thanks for tuning in today on this. I'm looking outside. It is a cloudy and 40 degrees out today, just north of Boston. It's not a good day outside, and right now it's not a good day in my game here in Cleveland either. So Manning comes up. He flies to deep center in the first. Tiant delivers. He's going to fly this one out the center as well. Miller going back, and that's 2 deep shots by Manning in this game. And center fielder Rick Miller's hauled them both in. Kipper up now. He's 0 for 1. The pitch, he's going to pop this one up in the center field, and Miller makes his second catch of the inning and is 2 away. And Tiant is facing Norris now. Norris 0 for 1. Flied out deep down to left field to Yastrzemski. And here's the pitch now. Hits this one over to shortstop. Burleson gets it, but it's going to be deep enough. He will not have a play. He corralled that one in, but Norris is going to beat that one out. So it's a 2-out single, they're going to call that. And now Cardy's up. Cardy's 1 for 1. He's got a single back in the second. Now the pitch comes. Man takes off. Fisk throws down and got him. Fisk throws out the man going to second base. Fisk has been money on those steals this year. And that retires the side. We go to the fourth inning now. Still 2-2 here in Cleveland. And it will be Fisk coming up here and to kick things off in the fourth. Garland still on the mound for Cleveland. Fisk hits this one high in the air, left field. Buddy Bell going back, and he makes a catch right at the wall, right at the 374 mark, next to the 375. So it's a long out for Fisk. Yaz up now. Yaz hits one to the right side rather. Kipper with it over to first, and Yaz goes down. There's 2 outs. The boomer George Scott, he's hit by a pitch in the second. Garland delivers. And Scott flies this one up the center. Manning, who's been busy in center field, makes another catch. And the Sox go down in order. Bottom of the fourth now. 2-2. Cardy up for Cleveland. Tiant fires. Strike 3. A nice strikeout for Tiant in this one. So let's see if we can see how many. Let's say Tiant here. Let's see. In the game. Okay, on the left side over here. So Tiant is 4 hits, 1 home run, 2 strikeouts. Okay. I'm still learning the game here where everything is. Sorry about that. So 2 strikeouts today for Tiant. And now up is Thornton. And Thornton hit that towering home run to left field. And that gave Cleveland their 2 runs in this one. So Tiant now fires. Strikeout. Strike 3. Big swing by Thornton, and he goes down. Melton up now for the Indians with 2 away. Nobody on. Kicks and fires. This one's going to shot down the left field line. That's going to be foul on the play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Melton. This one's in play into center field. It's going to drop, trying to go for 2, and he's safe with a double. Miller picked that one up in deep right center, and Melton flew around first base and picked up 2 on the play. So man in scoring position for Buddy Bell here in the fourth. The pitch to Bell. And strikeout, strike 3. And so Tiant gets out of that minor jam. We go to the fifth now. It is still 2-2. We take a look at how we got here in the second inning. Yaz singled. George Scott got hit by a pitch, and then Evans singled. Yaz scored, and then on the fielding error, George Scott scored. And that's how the Sox got their 2 runs in the second. Cleveland responded at the bottom of the second with a 2-run home run by Thornton. And that's where we stand here. Top of the 5th. Nobody out for Dewey Evans. Garland with a pitch. Ball 4, so Evans is on. Bottom of the lineup coming up with Hobson and Doyle. Hobson takes the pitch. Evans takes off to throw to second, and he's safe. And I have it set for the computer to do the stealing, and they do a lot of stealing. I really should turn that off and let me handle it, but still figuring out the game, so I'm letting the computer do a lot of things, and that's one of them. Oh, so anyway, Hobson flied to deep right, and that sent Evans to third back in the second. So it's the same kind of situation. Evans on second, and Hobson at the plate here in the 5th. Hobson this time a little ground ball to third. Evans got to hold up and a throw to first in plenty of time. So 1 away to Denny Doyle, who's 0 for the season right now. Yeah, if I look over here in the replay, oh yeah, it does have 1 hit, and he's actually got an RBI on that hit. What are the chances? He's hitting 091 though. That's Denny Doyle. That's why he's hitting 9th. Maybe I could put the pitcher in the hit for him. Might be a little bit better. So Doyle 1 away. Doyle hits this one up towards the middle. Kipper picks it up, throws it to first for the out, and Evans slowly moves over to third. So 2 away now. It's the leadoff hitter, Burleson. Burleson 0 for 2 in this one. A ground out and a strikeout. See if we can get this one in the outfield and get Evans home. There's the pitch, the 1-1. Burleson, a little number down to Duffy at short. His throw to first, and he's safe. Burleson dug that one out, and Evans scores on the play. So a big hustle by Burleson, digging down that first base line. And I remember going to a game back in the 70s, sitting on that first base line, and I saw Burleson on a routine ground ball to single up the middle. He tore around first base. Again, I'm at the game, and somehow we got first base first row tickets. He just gunned it around first base. The center fielder got the ball, lobs it into the cutoff man, and Burleson flew around and got a double. And everybody went, huh? What? You can't do that. Burleson gutted it out, hustled, and got a double on a single up the middle. That should have been just a single, but he got a double. So Burleson's a hustler, and so Rick Burleson drives in a run. Sox go up 3-2. ID Jester in the house. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm filling in for Uncle Ron today. Got a little baseball action going here in my 1977 playthrough. And again, this is my what-if scenario with Reggie Jackson on the Red Sox. He was traded for Bernie Carbo, and Mark Fidrus was traded for Haas. I think I traded the pitcher Haas for Mark Fidrus. But right now we are in the top of the 5th. We get 2 outs. Sox just took a 3-2 lead. And at the plate right now is Rick Miller. Miller gonna nub this one up the middle. Kipper gets it fired to first, and that'll be that. So Sox pick up a run on the infield single by Burleson, and we go to the bottom of the 5th right now. 3-2 Red Sox. Ray Foss, the catcher, coming up. Tiant on the mound. He's thrown 72 pitches in this one. He's given up that home run in the second, and that's where we stand. Now Foss hits us in the right field. Evans going back at the wall, and he makes the catch. Ooh, that was close to tying this one up. The long ball working for the Indians today. But Dwight Evans with some great range in right field. I am not around tonight. Every Tuesday night, I have to work at the rink, and then I alternate Mondays and Wednesdays sometimes, but Tuesday is a definite. I'm at the rink from 6 to not quite midnight. So I do catch you guys. When you do your show, I do try to catch it in between games sometimes, but yeah, I wouldn't be available any Tuesday night for anything, Jester. Duffy steps up. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Tiant fires. And ball 4. So the Indians got a man on with 1 away. And now we go to the top of the order. It is Manning. Let's get a little aggressive. More Ks. Let's see what we can do. Let's get a little aggressive here. Manning is going to bunt that one. Fisk picks it up, throws it to second. Doyle covering, and there's 2 away. So the tying run now in scoring position. And yeah, I'd love to come on and chat. Just have to find a good time. Tuesday night's my bad night. That's a definite that I can't do. At least right now, or at least it has been for the last 17 years. So Tiant now with 2 away and a man on second base. Kipper up now. He's 0 for 2. Tiant fires. Kipper hits this one. Center field. Miller underneath it. Should make the catch, and he does to retire the 5th inning. We go to the 6th now. Sox clinging to that 3-2 lead, and it's Reggie Jackson coming up, folks. Reggie Jackson in my replay hitting .313. He's got 5 hits right now. He's scored 3 runs. He actually has 1 stolen base as well. So Reggie Jackson he's my most reliable guy right now on the Red Sox. So he comes in. He's 0 for 2 tonight, though. A ground out and a line out. And here he is kicking off things in the 6th. The pitch by Garland. And strike 3. Jackson goes down on the strikes. And there's 1 away. Fisk coming up now. Fisk flied out deep in both of his plate appearances. And Garland with a pitch now, and this time it's a walk. So we got a strikeout and a walk to kick things off here in the 6th. Let's see. Do I like the Action PC Sports? Yes, I come over from the franchise hockey manager and a little bit of OOTP. And like we said on the show Sunday, I prefer to play the game like I'm doing right now, whereas the other games were fantastic for behind the scenes, but you set up your team and you did the salaries and set up your lineups and made people happy and did all kinds of stuff, and it's very deep and it's very fun. But when it comes to the gameplay, you really just set it up and let the game go. Here, I feel like I'm playing the game as well as making my lineup changes on the fly. And what I love about hockey is being able just to click right here on the screen. I don't got to exit the game and go do anything. Everything's right on the screen. It's a lot more basic, the Action PC Sports, but it's where it needs to be for me. As far as this is about as deep as I'm gonna go, is what I'm saying. So the Action PC games, I really, really like, and I'm glad I stumbled on them, and I'm slowly getting them all. I got the football first, and then the hockey, now the baseball. I will get the basketball at some point, and I did pre-order the golf, so I'll have that Friday, and I'll see how the golf goes. But I am enjoying them very much. Thanks for asking. I don't do any cards and dice at all. I don't think I ever did. I might have did something way back when I was a kid. It definitely wasn't Strat. I know I haven't played that. There was a couple of board games I played back in the day that were just generic, home away. But haven't done much with the cards and dice. I did see Rob play that shootout hockey this morning. I was at the grocery store, and I had the phone on, had the earphones on, so I was listening to play that shootout hockey game. That seemed kind of interesting, but there's so many variables in hockey, so many variables, that it's so hard to put together a good hockey game. Baseball, football, probably a little bit easier. Same with golf, but basketball and especially hockey, very difficult to try to pull off. All right, so we got Yaz up now. He's 1 for 2. He's singled on the infield earlier in the game. 1 away. The pitch to Yaz. Hits this one into right field. It's going to drop, so the Sox got something cooking here. No, let's not. I don't want to send Fisk to third. No, we're not going to send him. No sense taking that risk. There's only 1 away, so we get 2 out now. And George Scott, he was hit by a pitch in this game, and then he also flied deep to center. So let's see he scored a run in the 2nd as well. The pitch to the Boomer. And he hits this one down to short, to second for 1, to first, and it looks like a double play. And that'll end it. Tiant still going strong at the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 Red Sox. Norris up now for the Indians. And he's going to hit this one right to Burleson and fires it to first base for the out. Boy, that was crazy. That was just a rocket down to the shortstop. So now Cardi up. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Tiant delivers. This one's going to be hit into center field. Miller going back. And he got it. Oh, that's the second or third time that Sox outfielders have gone into the gap to steal a long base hit or a home run away from the Indians. Tiant getting racked a little bit, but he's still only giving up the 2 runs. And let's see who else is in the chat right now. I see, Rob, you can import teams. Is that this game here, Robbie, you're talking about? I saw you playing a lot of games last night. And you're doing a really good job with those baseball games. I really like to. It's fun seeing the different baseball games that are out there. I've kind of settled on this. This is just like the perfect blend for me. This is my porridge and my bed. Everything all just nice. But there are some other games I might check out. And let's see who else jumped in there. Yeah, okay. All right, so Thornton now 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And he's going to walk him, so Tiant walks him. Tiant's throwing, 95 pitches right now. He's getting up to that point. We've got to take a look at him. And I learned this from Uncle Ron. Go to my bullpen. Let's check the mound, and Tiant is strong. Okay, I saw that. I saw Uncle Ron do that because I don't know anything about that. That's why I'm 1-3 probably, is that I still don't know how to do a lot of the baseball stuff. But I'm doing the best I can. Hockey I'm enjoying very much. I got to say, that hockey game is fantastic. The only thing is, though, I find, I'm not going to want to ramble on here, but we're chatting right now. The hockey, no matter what you do, it takes an hour to play. Even if I play by myself, the way I have it set up, it takes an hour to play. I did a baseball game last night after work. I think it was midnight I got home. And I sat here and just did it by myself with no broadcasting, and I did it in less than 20 minutes, a baseball game. So baseball games go much faster than the hockey, no matter what you do. So Melton's up now with 2 away and a man on first. Tiant, he delivers. Man takes off. Fisk trying to throw out his man, and he got him again. Carlton Fisk, fantastic for the Sox behind the plate. Throws out another, and another one end the side. Will I do a golf game stream? Yes. Yep, I absolutely will. I actually watch Jester and Al and a couple other guys play the golf game, so I have an idea what it's going to play like. I don't have any of their golf games, so I did watch it to get an idea, and it looks like it'd be kind of fun. I am enjoying what I'm doing here, is I can talk and play and not worry about reaction time or anything like that. I just set it up and spin the dice in the background. I am enjoying that from the Action PC games, and that's what the golf game looks like. The only thing I'm not sure about the golf is how to set up a round. I suppose I'll tinker around with that, but I just want to make sure that I can set up a tournament, maybe pick a guy to play, maybe 2 guys to play, follow my ball, follow their ball. So I'll do a video. I'll have to discover it and how to play it. But I do like my golf games, especially going into the summer. Summer is golf and NASCAR for me. I do like hitting back, especially night racing. I love Saturday nights after work, hitting back and watching the night racing. I always did. All right, Evans will kick things off here. Let's see, what did he do? He lined a single, and that scored a couple runs, and he also walked. So Dewey's having a very productive day. And let's see, the hockey takes longer than the baseball game. No, depending what goes on, if it's late at night, I'll just put on automatic line changes and just kind of click around. But I like to control that's half my fun in the hockey game, is seeing the guys get tired, going with my gut feeling. There's been a couple times that I lined up, and instead of going Esposito with the 2 Russian players that I put on my 74 Bruins team, I'll put Esposito, Hodge, Cashman, and bang, bang, right off the faceoff, they scored a goal for me. So a lot of my fun comes from mixing and matching lines. When I get a defenseman that's hurt or in the box, and my 5 defensemen get tired, I got to put Don Marcotte on left defense sometimes, so that comes into play. So I'll put him out for 30 seconds to give Bobby Orr a rest, things like that. But if I'm playing, I love to do my lines by myself. I just love that. That's half my fun. And Uncle Ron is okay. I talked to him real quick today. It's his elbows that are bothering him, and the new medication he's trying to wean himself off of was causing some problems for him. He's been talking to the doctor. So Ron, hopefully Ron's okay. He just didn't feel good enough to stream today, and we're not going to do the live show tomorrow for my roller hockey league that we've been doing on Wednesdays at noon. I told him, I says, just take the day off if it's bothering you that bad. I said, I'll probably do some wrestling tomorrow at noon. for the guys in my league, they really enjoy that. So if you're around tomorrow at noon, it won't be This Week in E, but hopefully I will be on doing some of Fire Pro Wrestling and commentating that tomorrow. That is the plan, unless something goes on in the next 24 hours. That'll be the plan tomorrow, so I should be back at noon tomorrow. Let me see. The football game. Yeah, I got the new football game, too. That comes out on the 25th. So I do like how they've adjusted that screen to kind of separate what passes and runs, I think, a little bit. So that should be a little bit better. I'm terrible at football. I haven't played much, but I just get my butt kicked in football. The hockey's the only one that I do good at. I don't know why, but I do. All right, Evans up here. Enough rambling here. Kick off the 7th inning. Evans down to third base. Melton with a long throw, and he's going to get Evans for the first time today. And now bottom of the lineup coming up, it's Hobson. Hobson 0 for 2. Hobson's going to slap this one in the left field. Buddy Bell diving for it. Can't get it. Squirts away from him. Hobson's going to go to second. So Hobson on second base, and now it's Denny Doyle, who's 1 for 12 on the season, but he is a fantastic second baseman. Garland pitches now to Doyle. Strike 3. I should just have Tion hit for Doyle, let me tell you. So 2 away now. It's Burleson. Burleson gets a curveball, hits this down to second, Kipper up over to first, and this time Burleson's not going to beat it out. He dug it out in the 5th inning for us, and that allowed Evans to score. And that's how Boston took a 3-2 lead. It was on that infield hit. Tiant looking okay here, the bottom of the 7th. Boston clinging to that 1-run lead. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 is Tiant. Fans his man there, Melton. And now it's Buddy Bell. Bell going to take a ball 4. Oh, boy. So now things are cooking here in the bottom of the 7th for Cleveland. And, oh, yeah, the schedule screen, too. He did update that on the football from what we've seen, too. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually really looking forward to the hockey game. I don't know when the hockey game comes out, because I just bought this back in January. So I'm really interested to see the improvements he'll make to the hockey game, because from what I've seen, the hockey games have really taken leaps and bounds, especially since 2016. At least, so the version I'm playing, 2018, is a fantastic version, so I'm hoping they can even tweak that a little bit more. Okay, so Foss up now. Tiant kicks and fires. Foss going to hit this one in the center field. Miller going back. Miller makes the catch. Bell retreats back to first, so now we get 2 away. Duffy's 0 for 1. Tiant approaching 110 pitches. This might be his last inning for us. Let's see. And the pitch hits down. Burleson is short over to first base, and he got him. Just barely on that one there. So the Indians go down in order here. Well, not in order, but they go down here in the 7th. So we go to the top of the 8th. And it's going to be Rick Miller kicking things off. Jester, I would highly recommend the 2018 hockey game. I saw the 16. I saw a little bit of 17. The 18 is fantastic. It flows really well. The chalkboard does play catch up from time to time, but it still flows pretty well. There's a lot of really great things you can do with it. I don't know what the big differences are between 17 and 18, but from what I've seen, the 18 version is very, very nice, and I'm glad I got it. All right, Miller up now, 0 for 3 here in Cleveland today. Curveball slaps this one in the left field. So the opening man's on. The leadoff man is on. Boy, I haven't done baseball in a while. And it's Reggie Jackson coming up. Now the DH 0 for 3 in this one is Jackson. He's got a man on first base. Garland now up to 103 pitches. And Robbie Wobbly says he likes the full ice view. I do too. I like the horizontal view. You can, when it's like this, you can see everything. And some people like the vertical view, which is good for seeing the shots and seeing who's in front of the net. But I just find the horizontal view, it reminds me of the football, and I like the 3/4 view here. And I know a lot of people in the community like to go full screen baseball. I like having everything here. I like seeing my play-by-play. So this is set up like the hockey game. So I'm glad that they have this feature here, because when everything disappears, I don't like it. I like to have everything on the screen. I'm a stat junkie. I like everything in front of me. So Jackson up now here with one on, nobody out in the top of the 8th. And Foss goes to check with Garland and says, this is Reggie Jackson, you know. So now here we go. The pitch to Jackson. Outside, Miller going to second base, and he is safe. And that was a called strike on Jackson. Boy, that looked like it was a pitch out, and it's going to be a strike. So Miller steals second base. That was all the computer. That wasn't me. That was all computer. And, yeah, big hockey sale. Boy, I dumped a lot into that. I bought 80s, 90s, and 2000s the other day, so I think I'm pretty much covered on hockey. I might take a peek in, but I think hockey I'm good. I don't play much. I think I got up to 2010, which is the season the Bruins won the Stanley Cup. And I really don't play much beyond that, so I think I got it covered. I have a list of games that I'm hoping to do, and I'm going to do a little channel update of my own. And I found some really good Game 7s. I got my little list here of some of the Game 7s I'm thinking about doing. I mean, you got the 86 Oilers-Flames game. We have the 87 Islanders-Capitals game, which is the longest game in NHL history. The Kings and Leafs in 93 with Wayne Gretzky, Game 7. That's another good one. Of course, 79 Boston-Montreal, as well as 71 Montreal-Chicago Stanley Cup Final. So I have a whole bunch of games here. I'm going to throw them up, and I'm going to maybe let the community pick which ones they'd like me to do. But I will be doing some more hockey games like that. Loving the hockey. Really am. So, yeah, seasons 526 to 877. Yeah, special and everything. I got a ton of seasons for hockey right now, so hopefully I'm covered. All right, Jackson at the plate with Miller on second now. Here's the pitch. Jackson's going to hit this one in the right field. Norris going back, makes the catch. Miller, yes, let's see if we can get him to third. The long throw to third base, and Miller's safe. And it's going to be an error on the fielder. Wow. And scoring on the play is Miller. I didn't see that. So it was a bad throw to third. Let's see the replay here. So Jackson hits the fly ball to right field to Norris. Miller tagging on the play. The throw by Norris comes in. It is off the mark. Melton squibs it, and Miller goes in to score. So that's the second time we've had an error in this game. The first time was back in the second inning when the catcher Foss tried to tag out Yaz and misplayed the ball, not allowed George Scott to score from third base. So the two errors, as you see up here on the top of the scoreboard here, the two errors led to 2 runs for the Red Sox. So, yeah, Jackson flied to right and scored on an outfield error. So the Sox up by 2 now. So Reggie getting it done in the field today. So now, 1 away, it's Fisk. Garland with the pitch. Fisk going to hit this one softly to left field, but that's carrying, and that is gone! Boy, that one looked like a lazy fly ball out to left field, and it just kept carrying, and Buddy Bell just looks up and says goodbye. Let's take a look at that. You can see this one just kind of got caught up, and it just kept going and going and going, and maybe that Cleveland wind picked up and sent that over the wall, but that was Carlton Fisk with the shot. So the Sox up now 5-2. Most interesting playoff matchup. Boy, I haven't really followed the NHL much this year, but I did notice the teams that are out. Montreal out. The Flyers out. Edmonton hasn't made the playoffs since they got their 10 first-round draft picks. Calgary's an interesting team because they don't usually make the playoffs. I'm looking forward to the Boston-Toronto series, being a Boston guy. And I do like the Leafs as well. I like my original 6 teams, so I'm interested to see that. I don't even think Chicago made the playoffs this year. So the hockey's going to be... first-round hockey playoffs are always good. Love the first round. So, yeah, Al Red Sox fan says, boom, yeah, Fisk touches them all, makes it 5-2. Garland now pitching to Yaz. Yaz going to pop this one up. Kipper comes in from second base, and that'll be out number 2 here in the 8th. The Boomer, George Scott, he scored a run in this game. He flied out and grounded out. And here is the Boomer now. Hits this one into the gap in left, and coming in to make the catch was the left fielder Bell. Shoestring catch, and that retires a side. Tiant is tiring. Yeah, he's done 112 pitches, so we don't want to go too much farther than that. So let me see. So I think if I click here, who do I bring in? You guys are the ball guys. Al, Red Sox fan, if you're listening, who do I bring in here for Tiant? Do I bring in House, Campbell, Stanley, Willoughby, or Murphy? I don't know any of these guys. Who do I bring in to pitch here in the 8th? I got a 2-run lead. Tiant is tired. Let me give it a couple of seconds here. See if you guys can help me out with my pitcher. I won't wait too long so I don't bore everybody, but Campbell. All right. So I think, what do we double-click Campbell? Enter Bill Campbell. Yeah,
Pitching
okay.
for Boston,
Soupy.
Bill Campbell.
Soupy Campbell coming in to pitch here in the 8th. Sox up 5-2. Manning is, what is he? Manning's 0 for 2 in this one. So Campbell now the new pitcher, and Manning hits this one to right field. Evans going back, and he gets under for the catch. Another deep out for the Indians in this one. Whoo, we're sweating this one out here in the 8th. Kipper to second baseman now, and he's going to get walked by Campbell. And, oh boy, we got an ejection. Bill Campbell argues with the call, and he's kicked out of the game. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. Now what do I do? Oh, no. Oh, he comes in. A guy always hits a home run. Then he walks somebody. Then he gets kicked out of the game. That's just fantastic. Oh, so, boy. So, I'm going to have to go to my manager on the phone. I like a lifeline, please. I like to call Al Red Sox fan. Al Red Sox fan says go with Stanley. So we're going to bring in Stanley Steamer now with 1 out and a man on first here as we have an ejection. Boy, that's been some crazy stuff going on there. Oh, and Ron's in the chat room. Hi, Ron. Hopefully you're feeling better. I'm kind of pinch hitting for you today to give everybody some noon baseball. Good to see everybody in the chat today, kind of taking Ron's place for the day. Hopefully Ron's feeling better. But Ron, we had a crazy day here. We just had an ejection. Bill Campbell come in and got thrown out of the game. And we've had 2 errors for runs. So it's been a fun day if you're a Red Sox fan here. So Norris up now with 1 on and 1 away in the 8th. And he gets walked too. So 2 walks now, puts runners on first and second. There's only 1 away. Cardi comes up. The only lifelines you have are the 50-50 and the double dip. Oh. Well, as long as I can join a guild in this game, that's all that matters. I just want to join a guild. The Mages Guild is fun. So is the Fighter Guild. All right, Stanley with the pitch. This is going to be hit into the outfield. Miller coming in shallow center and makes a catch. That's a big out. Runners have to hold. And so now we get 2 away, and it's an out at any base right now. Thornton's 1 for 2, and he hit that big home run there. What do we do? Do we pitch around this guy? No, we're gonna pitch right to him. Let's go. Stanley delivers. Here's the pitch, and he walked him. Oh boy! So now we got the bases loaded in the 8th, a 3-run lead, but the go-ahead runs at the plate in Melton. So let's see what we can do here. Stanley with the bases loaded.
For Cleveland, John Lowenstein.
They're going to bring in Lowenstein right now. He's hitting 250 in the replay. He does have a home run in this one. Oh, boy. Here we go. Stanley to the pinch hitter Lowenstein with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Hits this one into right field. Evans coming in. Evans makes the play, and the Indians strand 3. We go to the 9th. It's 5-2 Boston. It's going to be Evans up now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's got a walk and a line single that scored a couple of runs on an error back in the 2nd. So Garland's still on the mound here in the 9th. Evans going to hit this one into center. Manning on his horse, and he makes a catch 1 away. Here's Butch Hobson. He's 1 for 3. He's got a rare hit for us today. And the pitch by Garland. And strike three, and Hobson will sit down. Here's Denny Doyle. Doyle 1 for 13 on the season. Boy, does that sound like Bob Uecker or what? And yeah, we all hope Uncle Ron's feeling better. It's not a Tuesday afternoon without Uncle Ron's either baseball or football games, that's for sure. And just so everybody's aware, no show tomorrow. No this week in the EMRHL tomorrow at noon. We're going to give Uncle Ron a rest, and instead I'm going to do some Fire Pro Wrestling if all goes well. So if you want to tune into some of that, I'll be commentating on that. I just got to remember how to play it. I haven't played that in a couple of months, but that's always a fun time, especially right after WrestleMania. And don't ask me why, but I've been on YouTube watching a lot of the Montreal Screwjob. I didn't really watch it back then, but it was interesting what happened, and been kind of going down that rabbit hole with the whole, was it Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and that whole thing. That was really crazy. All right, so top of the ninth now. Doyle with 2 outs. 0 for 3 today. And let's make that 0 for 4 for Denny Doyle. And Nick Sox it on 1, 2, 3. So we go to the ninth. Sox up 5-2 here in Cleveland, trying to hang on. Buddy Bell is 1 for 2. Stanley delivers to Bell. And this one's hit into... No! Scott comes over, makes a catch. That was headed towards right field. And George Scott with a terrific play at first base hauls that one in. And is 1 away. So Stanley's thrown 22 pitches. We'll keep him in. Stanley now delivers to Foss. Foss hits this one over to Burleson. Burleson snags that one, so 2 line drives and 2 outs. The Sox are 1 run away from taking this one here in Cleveland and improving to 2-3 on the season here in 1977. Duffy is 0 for 2. Here comes Stanley.
Pinch
2
hitting
outs,
for
nobody
Cleveland.
on.
Larval, Blanks.
And they're going to bring in Blanks right now to pinch hit. He's only had 1 at bat in this replay. He's hitting 0-0-0. In real life, he actually hit 286, so he wasn't too bad of a hitter. So Blank's coming in right now to face Stanley. Here's the pitch. Hits this one right at Denny Doyle, and that's the ball game. So the Red Sox will take this one here in Cleveland, 5-2. As we take a look at the... Let me kill my camera here for 1 second. Okay, so we can see the stats going on. And so that's what we had going on here today. 5-2 win, a big second inning for both teams, and the Sox chipping away. Carlton Fisk had a home run in this game. And let's see who else had some hits. Yastrzemski had 2. Well, the bats opened up today for a change. My bats have been really quiet, but they really opened up today. I go look at our pitching. Tiant went 7 innings, did a really good job, 5 hits, only 2 runs. A couple of errors here really cost the Indians in this one. Some miscellaneous stuff, little recap here. Yeah, we got 2 runs in a second, and Cleveland got that home run. That was their only runs of the game, was that home run by Andy Thornton. And then in the second, that was the second. Sox got 1 in the 5th. On a Burleson single, and then we had another error in the 8th, and that's what we got going on here as we just wrap it up here. So the final from Cleveland today, it's Boston 5 and Cleveland 2, and the Red Sox now here, as you can take a look at my season, improved to 2-3. Let's take a look at the Sox team in general. Let's see here. My batting leader is George Scott. I learned this from Uncle Ron, by the way. Everything here I learned from him. I don't know anything about the baseball game. And Bobby Catalano's in the room. Hi, Bobby. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get done a little baseball game here today. And where's my pitchers here? So who's been doing good on the pitchers? Let's talk about wins here. So Tiant and Fidrich have my wins, as we are 2-3 on the season. Let's take a look at my batters. Who's doing the best here for averages? George Scott doing really well. It doesn't say hits. How do you find the hits over here? So is that singles? Is first? No. I got to figure out what this is over here. Is this what? Oh, this must be what they're rated at as far as what positions they can play. I bet you that's what it is. I'm trying to find the hits. So we got home runs, average, slugging percentage. I'm trying to find out where the hits are. See how many hits they got. So I got the average, slugging, on base, stolen base, RBI, home runs. Oh well, I'll figure that out. But anyway, so that's a look at the Red Sox here. So that'll wrap things up from Cleveland today. Boston 2-3. They're way down near the bottom of the, I want to say AFC East, but I guess it would be American League East. Now I think we have more games. Let me just take a look at our schedule coming up for the. So actually, no, I can probably doing it this way, right? So team reports, right? Hopefully I didn't crash. Team reports Boston. Okay. So, what do we got coming up? So these are the games that I played. Okay, so yeah, so I got 2 more games in Cleveland, then I go on the road against Detroit. And so that's what I got going on here in 1977. Why am I playing 77? I don't know. I just kind of picked the season and went back. I was 10 years old in 77. Let me put my camera back. I was 10 years old in 77, and that's just when I followed baseball. And I have all these guys' baseball cards still here somewhere. So I just kind of picked the 70s season. No particular reason. I was going to do 75, but that's kind of cliche. 75, Sox and Reds and the whole bit. So I was more into it. Probably from 77 to 82, 83 were my really big heydays. I played ball those years and won the town championship when I was 13 back in 1980, whatever it was. So I was big into baseball, 77, 82-ish. So I just kind of took the first one there in 77. And I figured I'd put Jackson on the Sox to see how we could do. Because I know 78, that was the Bucky Dent season. So I just kind of picked something in between. That's all. No particular reason there. But anyway, so that'll wrap things up here. I got a whole bunch of work stuff I got to deal with today. My phone's been buzzing off the hook with issues for tonight already. Yeah, Uncle Ron, I got more goalies bailing out on me tonight. It's unbelievable. So I got to go deal with that there. But anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Really, thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. ID Jester, Bobby Catalano, Al Red Sox fan, Robbie Wartburg tuned in. Uncle Ron from Sports Network, Retro Sports Network, he also was in. Dale, thanks for coming in here today. Dale, going through my list of people. Hope I don't miss anybody. We had some people early on. The sports. Where's the beginning of my chat here? The Sports Time Machine. He come in. Thank you so much for coming in. Again, please check out all these channels. Everybody's doing a fantastic job with all their broadcasts here, and the chat rooms get quite lively, and they're a lot of fun. So that'll wrap things up here today on it's still cloudy and cold out. I think we get up to 40 degrees at one point today here in real life, here in my area there. So I'll be wearing sweaters at the rink tonight and freezing one more time. So I heard it's going to get into the mid-40s pretty soon, so that'll be great. And hopefully by June we'll see the 50s here as weather continues to be crazy in the Boston area. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope Uncle Ron feels better. And hopefully we'll see him at some point on Thursday with another broadcast. And that'll do it here today. So thanks everybody tuning in for me pinch hitting in for Ron today on a Tuesday. And talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.